Right now it's 6 as authorities in Austin try to track down a deadly bomber. Houston investigators are flooded with reports for suspicious packages. What you should know before checking your porch.
Go Wahoos. Go Vols.
Plus, Texas is getting ready to host the Final Four. How police will protect the thousands of basketball fans. And who could possibly say no to a Buc-ee's? The community fighting to keep the Texas treasure out. The news starts right now.
And tonight, terror in Texas. A fifth bombing triggers more fears and questions. Right now, investigators are at 2 FedEx facilities in Central Texas where 2 bombs were mailed, but only one of them blew up. New tonight, FedEx says it has given authorities extensive evidence related to a package that exploded today.
That includes information about the person who sent it. That latest explosion, by the way, expands outside of Austin to the town of Schertz. We have crews covering this story from Houston to Central Texas.
We start with Brett Buffington near San Antonio tonight with more on new developments. What have you learned, Brett?
And Lynn, tonight, let's start with new details. Police in Austin have now confirmed that the explosion that happened here inside this facility, the package, was mailed from a FedEx shipping store in Austin. And now tonight we're learning that Austin police have found a second bomb. This quote is from Senator Lloyd Doggett to the Statesman newspaper. He's talking about that package we told you about this morning, found near the Austin airport. Right now, the ATF and the FBI are examining that box, trying to open it without setting off the device inside. Meanwhile, here in the San Antonio suburb, federal investigators spent much of the day collecting evidence inside this FedEx sorting facility. This morning, just after midnight, there was an explosion here, a package on a conveyor belt, a bomb inside. That blast did injure one employee. That person tonight, though, okay, being treated only for a concussion. By the numbers, this was bomb 5. The package being examined in Austin is bomb 6. 2 people are dead, 5 people have been hurt, 0 suspects have been named, and police tonight are reminding people now in 2 major Texas cities to stay calm, but be alert.
The public safety is our #1 priority, and we're providing all the resources that we can to finally find the person or individuals responsible for this.
Police today did tell us they found a second suspicious package, but didn't give us very much detail about it. Now we're learning more tonight. For the 4 cases before today, the Austin police and FBI have been fairly open about the bombs they found. Tonight, though, they haven't told us very much about the one that blew up here. We're live tonight in Schertz. Brett Buffington, KHOU 11 News.
We sure hope to learn more soon. Thanks so much, Brad. Now, the big question is who would do something like this and why? A retired FBI special agent says this is a complex case since there doesn't appear to be a pattern with the bombings.
The psychopathy of someone like this is they have this need for grandiosity. And this is a way of satisfying that. And at some point, he may be challenged to do more. The problem is he is doing more, and there's the collateral effect of more bombs and potential harm to people.
And even more alarming, the former agent says the bomb maker's skills indicate some level of training beyond the internet, since working with these materials can be so dangerous.
And Houston police say they are seeing a spike in reports of suspicious packages ever since the Austin explosions. Our Matt Daugherty joins us now with advice from the bomb squad. What should people be looking for if they see something suspicious? Matt?
Well, the bomb squad says it's very simple. Don't touch it, don't move it, call 911. The lockdown at Thompson Elementary in Spring was lifted a few hours ago. The bomb squad determined a suspicious briefcase was not a threat. The outcome was the same near downtown. Police say a suspicious package turned out to be a false alarm there too.
You know, we all seem to have that gut feeling at times, and if you have that feeling, you know, don't touch it, don't move it, and call the police.
Lieutenant E.C. Bedingfield says call police. If you find a package out of place, you're better safe than sorry.
The main thing is don't move it.
HPD's bomb squad has some serious equipment to handle explosives.
It's very big, it's expensive, but it's very capable.
The unit got this half-ton, $300,000 robot 6 months ago. It's nicknamed the Unicorn, can handle all sorts of large explosives, and is virtually indestructible.
And it's usually been kids experimenting.
Sergeant James Leplow says the internet has played a part in the increase of explosive devices that have been found here in Houston.
When I was a kid, we'd go out and build forts. You know, now kids are stuck on a computer the whole time.
Access to easily found instructions and materials has led to more homemade bomb makers.
People are able to make homemade explosives, and they're able to do that very easily with your common household items, things that you would purchase at your corner store, hardware store.
Now, Houston police are also advising against making fake devices like the one we saw last night. If you're found to be making a hoax device, it is a crime. We're live just outside of downtown. Standing for Houston, Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Thanks so much, Matt. All of this has major shipping carriers scrambling to keep their workers safe. So what are they doing to catch mailed explosives? Adam Bennett is getting answers for us. What are they telling you, Adam?
Well, Mia, all of them have a safety plan in place, but they're not sharing many specifics at this point. But this is a really important issue for these companies, which have been dealing with more and more packages at facilities like this one, as we've seen the number of online sales continue to rise. Now, a spokesperson with FedEx, they declined to go into any kind of specifics as far as what is involved in their screening protocol. I got the same response from a UPS spokesperson who went on to say, quote, "We do not discuss them in order to maintain their effectiveness." Now, a U.S. postal inspector here in Houston told me that they use state-of-the-art equipment, including portable X-ray machines, to spot dangerous packages. Employees at a local shipping business near the Galleria told me today they know most of their customers, some of them for years, and they trust them. But they told me that they also visually inspect open packages, and they'll compare the size and weight of closed packages to what customers tell them is inside of them.
Being vigilant and not pick, as I say, I wouldn't pick up something I didn't know where it came from, or, you know, if it wasn't properly marked. But now that it came in a FedEx facility, that's even more troublesome, because it sounds like it was designated with the FedEx marking. So, you know, it's hard to know how to be safe these days.
And an annual report released last year by the U.S. Postal Service's law enforcement arm said that they had 19 cases involving suspicious substances and items, which includes bombs and explosives. Meanwhile, for international shipments, nearly 250 million of them arrive into the U.S. by air each year. Customs and Border Protection tell me that they use X-rays, physical examinations, and intelligence data to screen those packages. They also tell me that they've launched a pilot program with the U.S. Postal Service that targets high-risk shipments from select countries. Mia?
Screening all those packages, it's an overwhelming but necessary task, especially now. Thanks so much, Adam. And we want to help keep you safe, so we put together a checklist of how to recognize a suspicious package. You can find that on our website, KHOU.com. Now, all of this comes as San Antonio is getting ready to host the Final Four next week. Coming up, we look at what they are doing to keep college basketball fans safe in the wake of the bombings.
In court today, prosecutors said they have recordings that prove this guy, Leon Jacob, is behind a notorious murder-for-hire plot. Jacob and his girlfriend at the time, Valerie McDaniel, were both accused of hiring a hitman to kill their exes last year. McDaniel, the popular Montrose veterinarian, took her own life in Montrose, took her own life shortly after those two were arrested. Prosecutors say they have 14 audio recordings. The jury also heard from the man Jacob initially hired for the job.
He wants me to actually kidnap her, and if it doesn't work, he actually wanted me to make her disappear.
That witness ended up working with police, setting Jacob up with an undercover officer posing as a hitman. But the defense argues Jacob only wanted his ex to leave town, not be harmed.